Rolling and the sound is speeding. Hi, welcome to another episode of This Week with Drew for Thursday, February 25th, 2021. And on today's episode, we're going to do the giveaway finally. And then I'm going to talk about, but we'll do that at the end. And you know, in the beginning of the show, I got to give them a freestyle flow that I chop up my rhythm and I got a little bit of Eminem, and I listened to Eminem's newest album. It's called like Music to Be Murdered By or some shit like that. I guess it's new for 2020, and it's just like I don't know what the fuck happened to that guy, man. Like, like I guess let me move this back just a little bit. I feel like old Eminem was just like, I don't know. It's just like he's like different now because now his rhyme schemes are just like it's just like he just doesn't even. I don't want to say he doesn't even rhyme because he does rhyme, but he's like taking all these words and just like chopping up the syllables. It's almost like he's gotten like so like rapping has just become so easy for him that he needs to just like take words that are just like, it's like those chefs, those crazy chefs that you see on Netflix shows that are like they're like chef's table or whatever, where they're making crap out of like dirt and ice and stuff, where you're like, what the fuck? Like, I don't eat dirt. But this guy, like, but these chefs are like so bored with like beef. They're like, oh, I don't know, can I like maybe make dirt taste good? And like they just transcend, you know? So that's what Eminem is like now. I feel like his new album, it's just like, like Marilyn Monroe, overdid the dose. Like he's got some fucking Marilyn Monroe overdid the dose. Yep, you're gonna be and it's just like Marilyn Monroe overdid dose. I don't know, like it just seems like it seems like he's just like sticking words that like don't have to rhyme. It's just gone down to like the actual like mathematics syllables of whatever you're saying, and it's like almost like he's like, I'll just turn anything into a rhyme. Like turn anything into a rhyme, like, you know, it's just by chopping it up, like a rhyme in time, like, you know, just like picking the beginning parts of words that rhyme with the end parts of other words, and then like pausing and then making that two part of word, and then the other parts become separate words. Like, I don't know, I can't think of an example right now. Anyways, that was just what I was thinking. I was just listening. And also Bootsy Collins dropped a new album. He was on Mark Maron's podcast, and I was like, fucking A, man. Like, Bootsy Collins is so good. And he had this YouTube video where he was like explaining funk, and he's like, the funk is on the one. And then he takes his bass and he's just like, here, let me fucking grab my bass. Oh shit, this probably won't come up in the thing, but he's just like, funk is on the one. He's just like 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then he's like all the shit in between. He's like, that's where the funk is, right? So he's like fucking right, and then he just like fucking turns like the funk into the one, right? And so it was this YouTube video about him talking about how to play funk, and then he turned it into the opening song on his album, and he called the album The Power of the One. And it's like, and then it's just him, and then he turns it into a whole fucking song, man. And like, I don't know, man. I'm feeling like getting back into P-Funk right now, bro. Spring, once this birds start chirping, bro, it's like you gotta listen to that P-Funk. You know, the shit's coming out. You're like, make my funk the P-Funk. Wants to get funked up. Yeah, make my funk the P-Funk. Before I give it up. I got the P-Funk. Yo, that shit is awesome, man. I got to see George Clinton for free. I lived in Toronto for like a month. Man, I was so enamored with this city right when I moved here, because I moved here and I got a job at Steve's Music. So I was working at this like legendary fucking super cool guitar store right on Queen Street. And then I hear about Nathan Phillips Square. There's like the TD Jazz concert, and they're doing like free concerts, but you got to go and get your ticket first. So I was working there, and then I heard I'm like, yo, George Clinton's like playing for free. So I was like, yo, I went to the Steve's. I was working there for maybe like a week, and I was like, hey, fucking, like, yo, can I take my lunch break and go to Nathan Phillips Square and like get free tickets for George Clinton? And they're like, yeah, sure, like go ahead. So I skateboarded down there and I got my thing, and I went by myself, and it was so awesome because George Clinton, man, he was fucking like, I don't know, man, like you see, and like it was such a small concert, and it was right at Nathan Phillips Square, and they had a tent, and so there was maybe like, I don't know, like 500 people there. and like he had such a fucking like tight band, and like someone gave him a nug and he grabbed it from the audience and he held it up and he just like, and he looked at it and then he just like kind of like, and everyone's like, whoa, what's gonna happen? And then he goes and he takes a big sniff and then he holds it back out to the crowd and then everyone's like, like fucking A, and then he put it in his little front pocket. Man, that shit was so fucking sick, bro. George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, man. Bootsy Collins, you got to get that shit into you, bro. So yeah, Bootsy has a new album that I was listening to. And yeah, I didn't even want to talk about that shit, but man, fucking A. Okay, so today on the show, we're finally doing the giveaway, but I'm going to do that at the end. And yeah, let's do a little bit of, how, oh shit, how was my week? How was my week? My week's good, man. Just chipping away at school. Today, this week wasn't too fucking busy. Does anyone else feel like their life is just a series of like going to the store and then when you get home, you're like, ooh, like planning for the next time that you go to the store? That's the only thing to do now. It's just like life is what happens in between going to the store. Or is it the other way around? Is that life? Is going to the store life? Life is what happens in between fucking... How would I do that opposite? I don't know what I'm trying to say, man. But I feel like life is like, you're just like, ooh, what are we going to go to the store for next? And then maybe we'll buy that from the store and we'll bring it back and we'll turn it into something else. And then when we get that thing, we can put that with 2 other things from the store and then we'll make a whole separate thing out of the 3 things combined. It's just like a fucking, ooh, and then maybe we'll take something from that store and then we'll put that store and then it'll be fun for the whole store. The store will be fun. Holy fuck. Corona. But I just feel like it's like just going like to the store now and then you come home from the store and then you just fucking whatever, man. And then sometimes, you know what I'll do now? I'll purposefully leave things out on my big trip to the store so I can go to smaller trips to the smaller stores throughout the week to give myself something to do. Like, oh, but I actually need to get a little bit of red curry paste from this place, so that'll give me another task to accomplish. And but it's like not even fucking... It's not even fun. Because it is fun, but I made what I'm trying to say is I fucking went to 3 different places so I can make a ramen. I wanted to make a nice ramen, and then, but then didn't want to make the broth because it takes like, you got to get the pork neck bones and all that crap and the fucking bonito flakes or whatever the fuck, and you got to like get the fucking dried seaweed and all that crap in there. And like, I don't have mirin or sake or fucking, but I do have rice vinegar and soy sauce. So I just made like a quick like white guy fucking broth with like chicken stock and like garlic and ginger and onions and fucking. And then I had to go to the store to get fucking red curry paste for that shit. And then a can of coconut milk. And then I made the noodles. And then I made a nice chicken with the fucking baby bok choy and the mushrooms. And then a fucking soft boiled egg, man, which are so hard. I don't know how people take the shell off a soft-boiled egg, man. How the fuck do you do that? I don't know how to do that. I texted my dad, and because I knew there's this... My dad is a very good cook. He spent a lot of his life in the restaurant industry, most of his life in the restaurant industry, and a lot of that in, like, fine dining, fine French cuisine. So he learned a lot of that, and he brought that shit home with him to our house. So, like, I was... And then I've been working through this fucking kitchen shit with Courtney. You know, it's been hard because I'm very, you know, I am my father's son when it comes to the kitchen. And I'm very particular. I remember my dad getting into a fight with my uncle because my uncle was, like, marinating steaks in a... like Italian dressing, like Kraft Italian dressing, and Kev, he was so choked. I remember, I think I was probably like, I don't know, maybe between 9 and 13, somewhere between there. I want to go young, like probably on the younger end of that scale though. And then I just remember being like, Also being like, yeah, like Kev's right. Like, why the fuck are you marinating? That's craft dressing. Like, that's not like, like that's not how you cook a steak. And I was probably like 10. And then Kev was like literally like tripping on him because it's like this, and this is where I had to learn to fucking like what are my reactions versus what are my parents' reactions to things, right? Because in the past, Kev reacts by saying something, being like, "What the fuck, bro? Like you're ruining this steak," like making a whole fucking thing about it, right? To the point where I remembered this. And for me, it's like, do I need to carry that on into my personal relationships with people, and especially if I'm going to be in cohabitation with another person? At the end of the day, if I eat a steak that's marinated in craft salad dressing, is it going to kill me? No. Is it going to be the best way to cook the steak? No. But I'm not cooking the steak. You know what I mean? Like I haven't offered so to come in and impose these, even though they are technically correct and it's like you're doing it wrong, you have to let go of wanting to be right all the time and doing things the right way, right? So it's like, and it comes with like, just surrendering to just, not being in control all the time. And that's fine. And that's okay to like not be in control or have things done the right way or whatever the right way is. Because for some people, maybe they like their steak fucking marinated in craft salad dressing. Like, like I'm going to go hard no on that every fucking time. And I'm going to say that's wrong. And I will have multiple like ways to prove you by cooking the steak not that way that you're wrong. But at the end of the day, that's not my call. I didn't buy these steaks. You know what I mean? Like if it's dinner, like so translating to my relationship, it's like if it's dinner with Courtney and she's, and we had to get to the point where it's just like who's cooking, because if it was going to be like a collaborative effort and we're coming in and then I see onions being cut on the fucking sideways or chopped when I wanted them in slices. And then it's like, now I have to fucking reel that in because it's the wrong way to cut the onion. But it's like, it's wrong, but it's not like it's getting any smaller. It's just, I don't know, right? So it's just like, but is it the end of the day to not have onion slivers instead of onion slices in this fucking thing? Like, like what is that? Does that really affect the sure, you're going to notice, but is the whole thing, I don't know, is the whole thing going to come crashing down? No, fuck no. So it's about balance, and figuring out what your reactions are based on what your parents or your upbringing's reactions were, and picking and choosing and finding what parts of yourself are gonna you want to be. Okay, so how was my week? I made a ramen. I went to the store. Fucking A. All right, let's finally do the big giveaway. Before we do the giveaway, we want to say thank you to everybody. We'd like promotional considerations for This Week with Drew are provided by our Patreons: Anthony, Patrick, Nick, and Mac, Taryn, Blair, Bryce, Bubba, Marnus, Mike D, and Joel, and in the motherfucking Hall of Fame, Colette and Andre. As well, our sponsor, KingTutsCannabis.com. So if you want to go to KingTutsCannabis.com and buy it, they got edibles, they got CBD, they got topicals, they got fucking everything weed related, man. It's KingTutsCannabis.com. Nice, clean, free, discreet shipping over, they do that shit. It's $20 for the express shipping. And then they fucking hook it up. But if you use the promo code Drew, DREW, for 10%, you'll get 10% off your order. And if it's your first time, if you've been hesitant, if you're fucking vaccine hesitant, if you're weed vaccine hesitant, first time we'll give you 15% off just for coming, because we're drug dealers still and we wanted you to have a fucking number and a tester, right? Okay. So thank you to our Patreons and our sponsor, KingTutsCannabis.com. Smoke like an Egyptian. Okay, fucking. Oh no, we gotta go low like this. Okay, it's time for the fucking draw. We're gonna do the giveaway. Okay, here we go. Big fucking giveaway. Woo! We got, where is that shit? Okay, here it is. We got the fucking, fuck. That shit's everywhere now. Okay, so we're giving away a bunch of this shit, man. I'm going to do 3. We got 6 of these, so everybody gets 2. So you're going to probably average about 10 grams of wax, bro, and shatter. That's a lot, man. Back in the day, that shit used to be expensive. Now you're getting 7 grams. I remember it used to be like fucking $60 for a gram of this shit. So back in the day. And then you get 2 metal things and then 2 fucking glass things. I honestly don't do dabs, so whatever. And then dab mats, too. I know you need those mats for some reason. Okay, Here we go. We're going from the Instagram draw. Okay, we got the fucking names in a hat here. Okay, we got the fucking names in a hat. Okay, everybody, we got the names. Okay, here we go. First name coming out of the hat. Okay, here it is. Fucking A. Here we go. Okay, first name coming out of the hat. We have Mackenzie McFarlane. Okay, there you go. Boom. See that? There you go. Okay, that's the first name. Okay, boom. There you go. Mackenzie, winner of some fucking dab shit. Second winner is... I'm not looking. I just want to make sure I fucking... What the fuck? Okay. Second winner, Bubba Baller. Motherfucker Bubba Tunde. So far, 2 Patreons have won. That's weird. Okay, and then third... Okay, we got motherfucking, here's the third one. Tattooed Doll 420. Okay, I don't know who that is. But I think you're friends with Natish. So, okay. Tattooed Doll 420, Bubba Baller, Mackenzie McFarlane. You guys are all winners of the fucking King Tuts giveaway. So congratulations. If you guys are listening to this, send me your information and I will mail you your prizes, man. Congratulations. Okay, so that was our big King Tuts giveaway. Thank you for everybody that entered. That seemed to be successful. I don't know. I don't know if it was. I don't know what the fucking... I guess the point of that was just to fucking... To get people on the King Tuts thing and to maybe just get people to fucking know me or whatever, to listen to my podcast. So thank you. That's the show. That's the giveaway. Congratulations to the winners of all the fucking dope. Yeah. Fucking A. I probably put the music already, so we're just gonna fucking shut her down. When I was 10 years old, I farted a fart so loud it broke my mother's dear old heart. She kicked me out and then I was on the streets because of my fart. We might cut that out. Fuck.